whole how it's been alluded to in the Boo arc, and I love how Namekians are demons. And yes, I mean, well, this has still been a thing, but I've seen some people go on how saying Piccolo isn't a demon, he's an alien. No, he's a demon. He's a demon. Remember, his previous life, King Piccolo was a Mazaku, and Mazakus are demons. And yeah, I just really like this series. I love how pretty it is. Let's talk about the animation. This is a huge step up from Dragon Ball Super. Now, Dragon Ball Super was basically had a lot of animation problems, not because of the budget. I've been seeing a lot of people throw that out like saying the lack of budget. No, it was because the people the people didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough time because when Resurrection F made a lot of money and Toei needed something to fill in the time slot because, well, there wasn't anything else. I think Toriko ended too. I don't know, but I do know is that they were only like have 2 months of pre-production, and that wasn't enough, and that clearly shows. Toei clearly learned their lesson. This was 2 years, and they have some of the best they had some of the best in the industry working on this. The post credit scene, I always keep going back and forth for that because it just looks so beautiful. You know how big of a fan I am with character animation, character acting animation. It's so wonderful. Also, and the fight scenes are fluid as hell. Also, the color palette, it looks beautiful. It looks great. I love how Nakasuru, I hope I said that right too. Nakasuru is great as character designer. He's the man who can replicate Toriyama's art style. I'm so glad he was able to do this. I'm glad that this series exists. And I'm also sad that this is the last thing that he worked on. Now, I don't know about anything else, but this is probably the last thing Toriyama worked on, and you can see it clearly shows. Now, we know that they were going to continue with more, and this wasn't meant to be his final project, but still, watching this now is going to be a lot harder. And, well, reading Dragon Ball in general, too. But I'm going to continue to watch this series because, well, Dragon Ball is my life. Dragon Ball is something that I grew up with. And when Daima was announced, I was one of the few people who did not have a problem with how the premise is. Unlike some people at a Comic-Con. Like, look, I know you guys wanted Moro or Granola, but y'all need to give this a chance. It's done. Go binge watch it. It's really great. And that's kind of what I have. I'm sorry that I stutter my words a lot and this and that, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do a script. I just need the patience, you know. But I'm glad that you guys listened to this, and well, you guys know that today is March 1st, right? Well, today's the day when Toriyama Akira passed away. And on March 7th, the entire world heard about it. And it was really shocking. Like, the entire world was mourning, bro. Like, the man had reshaped a lot of people in their childhood. People grew up watching Dragon Ball. People go to the gym because some of them were watching Dragon Ball Z and were inspired by Goku and Vegeta training and shit, bro. I used to be one of those kids who used to fight with my brother and sisters while watching Dragon Ball Z because it was just fun as hell. I used to have a lot of the VHSs, the toys. I used to watch a lot of the commercials. I used to have every single recorded tape, my sister did, and I treasure those forever. And when he passed away, it just felt like a part of my childhood is gone, you know? And it's still unreal to this day. Like, the man was in his 60s. That's still a bit young. But I did know that he lived a good life. I mean, a lot of people did. And I hope this doesn't sound as parasocial. God, I hope not. But look, it's just. I did this review because Dragon Ball is part of my life. It always is. I always wear a Dragon Ball shirt. I talk about it a lot. I always get hyped for when the next movie comes out. I watch a lot of Dragon Ball Super Broly, Dragon Ball Super Superheroes, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, hell, even Dragon Ball GT, and sometimes Super, despite how much mixed reactions I get from that. But I did this, but yeah, I wanted to do this review to celebrate Toriyama in general. And what better way to celebrate is making a review of possibly his last work. Oh, yeah. I was talking to my friend and I asked him about about his thoughts on Toriyama and Dragon Ball because he is a fan as well. So let's hear it for him. Anyway, guys, be sure to, like and subscribe. And if you're ever watching Dragon Ball or reading it, just think about how it all started. With a monkey boy in the wilderness, almost getting ran over by a 16-year-old girl who shot him in the face. What better way to start something that truly captures all of us? Take care, guys.